everyone, welcome to Infinite Reflections Tarot. Got a couple of new decks that came in today and I felt called to do a pick a card reading for relationships, your romantic relationships and what's going on with them right now, and any helpful advice from Spirit for moving forward, maybe what you have to look forward to. So please just take a moment to reflect on the piles and pick one that you're feeling most drawn towards. If it helps, I'll let you know the stone too on each one of these. So pile number 1 is here and it has the emerald stone. Isn't that pretty? We have pile number 2 with the turquoise stone. And then we have pile number 3 with the shaman stone. So take a moment to pick your pile, whichever one you're feeling drawn towards. Ask whatever question it is that you're hoping to have answered through this reading. And then in the description box below, I'll list the timestamps. That way you can just hop on ahead to the pile that you've picked. All right, with that being said, I'm going to clear these 2 piles away and we will start with pile number 1. All right, pile number 1, let's see what's going on with you. Okay, we have the distorted feminine. So you guys may be going through some sadness or difficulty. I mean, you are, it looks like, in your relationship. We'll see when we get into the rest of the cards, but I'm sensing maybe a recent breakup. If not a breakup, then a conflict of some sort, and it's because of your divine feminine is not being honored. That could be either by you and what you've gone through, or your significant other is not honoring your divine feminine. Okay, for the surrender card, we have surrender worry. Okay, that's a good sign. So what I'm hearing is you may be overwhelming yourself in sadness or grief right now, but I'm feeling like the relationship still has a chance to come back together, that your guides don't want you to be stressing yourself about whatever situation it is that you may feel like you're drowning in right now. You guys were the only deck that I felt called to pull from my moon deck. So you guys are special in that. It says here, work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So new moons are about new starts. So if this is a breakup that you've gone through, just know that everything's happening as it should. Like it says here, surrender worry. And this is a time for you to work through your fears. Maybe you have a codependency, issues. Maybe it's difficult for you to imagine being alone. Maybe that's tough for you, but this is exactly what Spirit's wanting you to work on right now. If it's not that you've gone through a breakup and you're in a relationship right now, then I think that you are causing some issues in your relationship because of your tendency to stress and worry and fear everything. You may be projecting a lot onto your partner. You may be very paranoid, accusing them of cheating or whatever it might be. And that's all because your divine feminine is distorted right now. So that needs to be healed because it's lashing out in these negative ways in your life. And you honor the divine feminine by getting in touch with your emotions and getting in touch with your intuition. And emotions and intuition are the complete opposite of anxiety and fear. If it's connected to fear, if anything you're ever feeling is fear-based, that's nothing from the divine. That's not your divine feminine. And same with worry. Divine feminine is all about manifesting and knowing that what the universe has for you is good, and honoring all the emotions you may feel, and not being overly critical on yourself, and just really allowing yourself to feel abundant and at peace. Okay, so for your archetype card, we have the Companion. That's so sweet. I'm feeling like for those of you that are in a relationship right now that have not recently gone through a breakup, I'm feeling like this is just reassuring you that your relationship is one of great companionship, and you need to just work on this divine feminine so that you're not causing, unnecessary issues in the relationship. So the shadow attribute of the Companion card says betrayal by misusing confidences and a loss of personal identity. Whenever we don't know who we are, that's, it's insecurity is what it is. And that's when you project onto other people. You assume that everyone's out to get you, or that, people must be doing bad things to you behind your back because, how could they love you? You're unlovable. So for those of you that have just recently gone through a breakup, this to me is saying that it's a time right now to seek out friendship. Don't jump into another relationship right now. This is a time for friendship, for getting to know who you are, for healing this divine feminine, for surrendering all of this to the universe and releasing a lot of these emotions here that need to be released, and just trusting that the universe has a plan for you. And right now is the time to pour into friendships and other meaningful, I'm hearing that you're surrounded by so many amazing relationships in your life right now. So don't treat your love life as if it's the only relationship or the only place to pull emotional wealth and emotional security from, because that's not true. But yeah, it looks like you guys are very loyal. So let me see what the tarot cards have to say here. I'm gonna have to lay these on top, but so we've got Queen of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, and the Devil. So yeah, Queen of Swords, she can be very detached emotionally, and she can be very harsh with her words because she's not honoring that divine feminine part of herself that is very emotional and nurturing and sweet. She doesn't allow herself to feel those emotions. So what happens is she can come across as very cold-hearted, maybe a bit judgmental, maybe a little bit angry, resentful. But this to me is just, I'm feeling like, I feel like this represents you. This is air energy, so you could be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, okay? If you're a female, I feel like this represents you. Or if you're, we're talking about feminine energy here. So whoever the feminine is. So if you're a male, this could be your significant other. I'm feeling like there is a lot of worry and anger and, no, not anger, a lot of worry and fear about your partner and their intentions in the relationship. I feel like you've been waiting. Maybe you guys have been committed for quite some time and you don't feel like he's moving it to the next level quick enough. And that's giving you a lot of anxiety, and you're starting to question his intentions with the relationship. I feel like you are really looking long term, and you're worried that he's not. It's like it's taking too long. Why haven't you proposed to me yet? Why haven't we moved in with each other yet? Why don't you want to start trying for children yet? Etc., etc., etc. But what that attitude is doing is it's trapping you guys both in a toxic relationship, a toxic state of being. So we have the Devil card here. I mean, the good thing is with the Devil card, you can always unchain yourself from it. You can always walk away. But people, a lot of times these people don't realize that. Or they just don't know how else to be. Maybe you grew up around, maybe this distorted feminine side has been distorted for many years. Maybe you grew up in a household where emotions weren't honored and expressed correctly. And so it's almost like you don't really know how else to talk or to disagree without it getting a little bit extreme. But I'm feeling that you're just very hurt. You're feeling unvalued right now by your partner, because you do feel like it's taking a little too long for the commitment, for the level of commitment that you are desiring. Also with this is Capricorn energy, so your partner may be a Capricorn, and this is Earth energy, so the Taurus or Virgo. Those energies are present here. I'm also feeling like your partner may be putting a lot more into work, because the Devil's all about work and career, as is this Pentacles card, putting a lot more into work than they are in the relationship. And I'm just feeling like you're just feeling very lonely and very isolated. But that is, of course, why this Companion card came out. Seek out, don't isolate yourself. Don't make this relationship with your partner the one relationship that matters. It says here, surrender worry, get rid of these fears. Maybe things are going, a little slower than what you would like, but that's no reason to jump to conclusions or try to force someone into doing something before they are ready. I am getting a message here that for those of you that have recently gone through a breakup, I think there's a really big chance that this relationship is going to come back together, because I really do feel that your partner loves you a lot. I just think that you guys are on different pages when it comes to how quickly you want things to move. So if you can let go of that fear and that worry about how the pace of how everything's going, then I do think that you guys can come back together and make this work. So group 1, that is all that I have for you. I hope that was helpful. Leave a comment below if it was, or if there is anything you'd like me to expand on in this reading, I would be happy to. And I'm going to move on to group number 2. All right, group number 2, you guys had the lovely turquoise. Let's see what's going on in your relationship. You guys had 2 relationship cards that came out. You were the only deck that had that. So let's see what we've got. Reparenting yourself. And yin and yang. Wow. I feel like some of you guys, I feel like group 2 is single. I think you guys are single right now, and you're recognizing, I think you're single on purpose right now because you really want to create the best version of yourself before you attract a new partner into your life, and that's so smart and so good. Yeah, I see you guys really being very conscious and awake to what's needed in a relationship to make it work. You're being very humble about your own characteristics and your own flaws and working through those. And I'm just feeling a lot of spiritual energy and growth from this deck, which I think is amazing and really, really shows a lot of maturity. I'm also feeling like some of you may be divorced and with children involved in the situation. And those children are really what those children are what's healing you, because if not for them in your life, if not for their presence, I don't think you would be so focused on, I've got to make sure that my next relationship is right. I've got to make sure it's solid. And so what do I need to do? I need to work on me. If you didn't have that child in your life, and this may just be a specific message for one of you, but if you didn't have that child in your life, you may have not forced yourself to examine your flaws and be really, really careful about the next relationship that you get into. But that child's such a blessing because you love that child so much that you want to make sure that the future for them and for you is as peaceful and smooth and abundant and harmonious as possible moving forward. So right now, the universe is really helping you to work on you. I'm also showing that for those of you that are divorced or separated from a partner, that you guys are really being awesome co-parents. I think there's I'm just feeling a lot of focus around the child. For those of you, though, that are not divorced or do not have children, I'm just seeing that you guys are just going through this spiritual growth and maturity. You want to be the best version of you that you can be. For those of you that are in relationships or married, I feel like you've been married for quite some time, actually. And that this year for you is actually a little less about I feel like the relationship is pretty solid, or you guys have been together for quite some time. And this year for you, the focus is about the relationship you have with yourself. You're like, okay, I know the marriage is good, all of that's fine, but wow, I've really awakened to some things that need to be worked on within me. And I know that doing those things is only going to expand the love in my marriage as well. So I really love the energy of this deck. Okay, so for your surrender card, we have surrender to effortlessness. How beautiful. Yeah, which this is the yin and yang energy too. So a message that's coming through is don't be too hard on yourself. Don't, because I do see that you guys are really kind of pointing out and locating all the things that you guys want to change and work on within yourselves. But universe is just saying all that it really takes to create this balance in your life and improve these things is just you need to love yourself. That's really all you need. So don't criticize yourself too much for the flaws that you guys are finding that you need to work on. Really just let it be something that flows naturally. And what they're saying is if you literally just focus on looking in the mirror every day and saying, I love you to yourself, if you just focus on giving yourself more love, then all of these things are going to be corrected on their own. It's about love, and it's about being that parent for yourself that maybe you didn't have growing up. So, treating yourself with that sort of love, loving yourself enough to say no to the things that you know aren't good for you or aren't good for your body, or, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so for your archetype card, we have the shapeshifter. Wow. That is really beautiful. So yeah, you guys are definitely in a period of transition. You're becoming something that you've never been before. You're really shedding a layer of skin and coming into something new. It's really, really beautiful. This is also a card that talks a lot about, that talks a lot about receiving messages through dreams. It's also a really good thing to meditate right now. Those types of things are really good for what you're working on here. Okay, so for the tarot cards, we have Ten of Swords. That makes perfect sense. Death, perfect sense. Wow, these all right, so a cycle is coming to an end for you, for sure. You're shedding that skin and you are being reborn. This is air energy, so you could be a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. And then this, of course, is the Scorpio card. This card also is represented by Scorpio. It's also water energy in general, so Cancer or Pisces. This is really, really beautiful. I feel like a message that needs to come through is that the lowest that you've been is right now, and it's only going to get better and lighter from here. This difficult period, or I feel like almost you guys were doing this to yourself too. This period that's coming to an end could be a period of not treating yourself right, not loving yourself enough. That's coming to an end. And there's a death occurring within you, and you're going to be reborn from it into something new. It's really beautiful. And then we're ending here with the Seven of Cups. And Seven of Cups is about being in love with life and all of the possibilities that you have before you. It's like, I feel like with this maturity that you're stepping into, you're opening up new doors for yourself, new possibilities, new options. Like for those of you that are single, the fact that you are working on yourself, becoming a better person, it's going to provide you more options as far as who you're going to have to date and meet and fall in love with. More people are going to become attracted to you, and the type of people that you want, the type of people that you're searching for. For those of you that are already in a relationship though, and are not looking to, necessarily not looking to meet anyone else, I feel like this energy here, it's like once this period ends, once you've gone through this ascension and shed this skin, you're going to be looking at life with a childlike sort of energy again, being in love with everything around you. Ten of Swords can be very like a depressed, sad kind of energy. They've just fought a battle and they're dealing with all this pain. And Seven of Cups, that's Venus and Scorpio. That's about a deep, profound love for the relationship you're in, or just for life all around you. So that's really, really beautiful. So you guys are doing an awesome job. Congratulations to group number 2. You've got nothing but goodness coming into your life in the near future. So I hope that resonated with you. Please leave a comment below if it did. And if there's anything you'd like me to expand on, let me know, and I'll do my best to expand on that for you. All right, so the last group we have is group number 3 with the Shaman stone. Love this stone. Let's see what's going on in your love life, your relationships. Ooh, sexuality. Oh my goodness. So you guys might have just started a new relationship that is very passionate. I feel like you guys are feeling very attractive right now, and very much adored right now. I'm getting a lot of just like fun, fiery energy. So we'll see when we pull the tarot cards, but I am getting like a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries type energy, just like a boldness, and you're putting yourself out there. You are, I'm getting like the butterflies in my stomach type of feeling. And yeah, if you're single, I feel like you are out looking for places to meet people, and you're having fun while you're doing it, and you are feeling like you look good and you know it. People are attracted to you. You're enjoying the attention. For those of you that are in a relationship, I feel like it could be a very new relationship where the passion is just really hot and heavy right now. And if you are in a marriage or a longer term relationship, I feel like right now you're just going through a really a beautiful phase. Maybe you guys have, I don't know, like reignited the spark again in the relationship. Now you guys are the only deck that had 2 cards from the surrender deck. So let's see what we have here. Surrender fear, and surrender your attachment to results. So this, I feel like, is speaking more to those of you that are single, or kind of on the dating scene. So I think that Spirit's just wanting to say, don't stifle this beautiful energy that you have here, this beautiful sexual energy, with worries of, where is this relationship taking me, or am I going to find the right person, or is this going to end in marriage, or yada, yada, yada. Just to really bask in this energy right now, because the sun is like shining down on you guys. All eyes are on you is what I'm feeling. So just enjoy it. Just enjoy this time and whatever you're going to learn from it. Wow, so your archetype card is the networker. So yeah, I feel like you guys are probably like signed up on online dating sites, or you're just out meeting anyone and everyone. And that's exactly what you should be doing right now. So So yeah, just surrender your attachment to the results, to knowing where all of this is leading you. Surrender any fears that you may have and just truly enjoy this time, because it looks like the universe has your back. Yeah, look, there's letters and messages. So I just feel like if you're on a dating website, you're probably being bombarded with all sorts of people that are wanting to meet and set up dates. You may be going on a lot of blind dates. This is a really, really fun energy. I love this. Okay, let's see what the tarot has for you. 10 of Wands, so fire energy, which is what I was feeling. Justice card, that's Libra energy. Or it could be just air energy in general. It could be Aquarius or Gemini. And Pentacles. So we don't have any water energy, but Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Libra, or it could be Gemini, Aquarius. And then Pentacles, which is Virgo, but could also be Taurus or Capricorn. This is beautiful. So I'm feeling like you guys recently got out of, you either recently ended a divorce or stepped out of a long-term relationship, but I feel like it was your decision to leave the relationship. I feel like you were just done. It's almost like the relationship just went stale, like the spark wasn't there. Or for those of you that are in marriages where, you know, a divorce didn't happen, you definitely spoke up and were like, we need to be dating again. You know, we need to put the spark back in. We can't let these day-to-day, you know, the bills and the work and the fact that we've known each other X amount of years bog down our relationships. I'm showing that you reclaimed some balance in your life. I feel like it was all work, no play. And you're like, no, this isn't gonna work anymore. I'm ready to have some fun. I'm ready to feel beautiful and adored again. And so here we have it, Venus and Virgo. And Virgo is all about the body and Venus is all about love. So I just feel like you were being absolutely like worshipped and adored and feeling really abundant and secure in yourself. So have fun, because it looks like fun to me. And just enjoy. Right now is not a time for you right now is a time for you to focus on fun and enjoyment and pleasure, and not focusing on long term, or getting back into this energy of all of these different burdens and day-to-day life. Like, this is really about putting the spark back into your life and just enjoying it. So group 3, I hope that this resonated with you. Please leave a comment if it did. And if there's anything you would like me to expand on in the reading, let me know. But I'm sure you guys won't have time for that because you're going to be out there busy and having fun. So thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this pick a card reading. Let me know if there's any other readings that you would like me to do. Give me some ideas. I'd be happy to cater to whatever it is you guys would like to see. And God bless.